Today, I stand before you to talk about something that runs deep within the very fabric of who we are. It's a strength that transcends physical limitations, a resilience that defies the odds, and a spirit that refuses to be subdued. This strength is something we all possess, even if we don't always see it in ourselves. I am talking about the power of being unbroken. Being unbroken does not mean that life doesn't challenge us or that we don't experience setbacks. It does not mean we are immune to pain or hardship. In fact, being unbroken is precisely about how we respond to those challenges, how we rise in the face of adversity, and how we keep moving forward when everything within us is screaming to stop. It's about resilience, the ability to endure and thrive in the face of the trials life throws our way. You see, life is not about avoiding the storms. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. And when you are unbroken, you do not just survive the storm, you emerge stronger, wiser, and more equipped to handle whatever comes next. Let me take you back for a moment, to a powerful story of one man who embodied what it means to be unbroken, Louis Zamperini. Louis was an Olympic athlete, a war hero, and a prisoner of war during World War II. His story is a testimony to the indomitable human spirit. After his plane was shot down over the Pacific Ocean, Louis spent 47 days adrift in a lifeboat, facing dehydration, hunger, and sharks. When he was finally rescued, it wasn't the end of his suffering. He was taken to a Japanese prison camp, where he endured unimaginable torment. His captors tried to break him, physically and mentally, but Louis refused to bend. He was starved, beaten, and forced to endure excruciating pain, yet despite all of this, he kept fighting. Through every broken bone, every ounce of his will that was tested, Louis proved that the human spirit can endure more than we could ever imagine. He remained unbroken. He was not just surviving. He was living with strength, purpose, and a determination to never give up. When Louis came back home, people were amazed by his resilience, but even more by his ability to forgive those who had tried to destroy him. He had learned that being unbroken meant not holding on to bitterness, anger, or hatred. It meant forgiving, moving forward, and choosing peace, even when it seemed impossible. Louis Zamperini's story is a shining example of what it means to be unbroken. But here's the truth. His story is not unique. It is not extraordinary in the sense that only a few of us are capable of it. It's extraordinary because he chose to embody the resilience that exists in all of us. Each and every one of you here today is capable of being unbroken. No matter where you are, no matter what you've been through, no matter how many times you've fallen, you can stand up again. It's not the obstacles in your path that define you. It's how you choose to overcome them. When life challenges you, and it will, remember that you are not defined by the difficulties you face, but by how you rise from them. If you fall, fall with the knowledge that you can stand up again. If you fail, fail with the understanding that every failure is a stepping stone towards success. The most powerful stories of human achievement are not about those who avoided hardship but about those who faced it head-on and found strength in the face of adversity. Think of the great figures in history: Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison and still emerged as a beacon of peace; Helen Keller, who was deaf and blind yet became an inspiration for millions through her incredible achievements; and Malala Yousafzai, who survived an assassination attempt by the Taliban and continues to fight for the education of girls worldwide. These individuals didn't give up. They didn't allow their circumstances to define their limits. They refused to be broken by the weight of the world and instead transformed their suffering into a source of strength. They embodied resilience in ways that changed the world, not just for themselves, but for everyone who hears their story. You, too, can be unbroken. It's all about perspective. In life, we often face challenges that seem insurmountable: a failed relationship, the loss of a job, a health crisis, or personal doubts. These challenges might make us question our worth, our strength, or our purpose. But remember this: it's not about how many times we fall. It's about how many times we rise. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in your life is from seeing challenges as obstacles to seeing them as opportunities. Each struggle you face can teach you something valuable. Each hardship can bring out a strength you never knew you had. When you face challenges with the mindset that they are opportunities for growth, they no longer hold power over you. Instead, you begin to control your response to them, and that's when you realize your true power. Being unbroken doesn't mean that you never feel pain. It means that you allow yourself to feel the pain, process it, and then move forward. Being unbroken doesn't mean that you never fail. It means that when you do fail, you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. It's about embracing the truth that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of the journey to success. But perhaps the most important aspect of being unbroken is knowing that you are not alone. We are all in this together. Every person in this room has faced their own battles, their own storms, their own moments of doubt. But we are all capable of rising above those moments. We are all capable of looking at the challenges ahead of us and saying, I will not be broken. I will not be defeated. I will continue to move forward, no matter what. There will be times when you feel like giving up, when the road seems too long, when the weight is too heavy. But let me tell you, those moments are not the end of the story. They are just a chapter in your journey, and you have the strength to keep writing the next one. When you are unbroken, you have a fire inside of you that cannot be extinguished. You have the power to push through the toughest times and emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. You have the ability to overcome any obstacle, to rise from any fall, and to become the person you were always meant to be. So, I challenge you today, when life gets hard, when you feel like you've had enough, remember that you are unbroken. Keep fighting, keep believing, keep rising. You have the strength within you to conquer anything that comes your way. Because when you are unbroken, nothing can stop you. Thank you.